All right. Hello again, adventurers, and welcome to another exciting episode of Realms of the Wild. Yes, this is our custom open legend RPG set in our weird, messed up version of the Breath of the Wild flavor of Hyrule. And the people below me are starting to regret saying, "What? This is a Zelda RPG? Sure, I'll totally do that."
Never. I regret nothing.
Why would we regret things?
Because I keep messing your characters up.
Okay,
I
but
Not
you know
that they
how
a
would-
lot of things.
But so do we.
Hold up. How many things have I killed in this game? / how many pet lizards have I had? I'm having a great time.
Real question: how many people have you turned into waiters for no goddamn reason?
No one counts
All
any
of
of these
them?
numbers because
3.
it's way too high.
You're
I
right.
think it's only 3 on the waiters.
I still think Zelda Universe needs a waiter emote.
Sure, let me get right on
we
that.
have follower emotes now, apparently. So
We have for those of you that don't know, if you look at the emotes for Zelda Universe, they actually have the new follower emotes live, and they're all really cool Link emotes. So yeah, check them out. Even if you are not subbed, which you really should be, because then you get access to the awesome Realms of the Wild emotes. But even if you're not subbed, you can get cool emotes by just following.
I don't even know how to get those emotes.
Subscribe.
Yeah, it's really simple.
Well, no, not that part. A later topic. Anyway,
Gotcha. So announcer moment. Breath of the Wild 2 has been officially revealed as a sequel to Metroid Prime 4. Link
As
is
we all
slowly
knew.
turning into Samus, and his right arm is now turning into an arm cannon. So
we're not saying that like it's like that Ridley and like Metroid is canon in Zelda.
yes,
But we are.
Yes, we are.
What if this theory people have been spreading around about Breath of the Wild 2 about how there's once again time travel and once again Link goes to the past, a link to the past, if you will. He goes so far back in the past this time. He goes before Metroid, and then it's the arm cannon origin story.
Yeah, that's
It.
Link starts the Chozo, and we find out later that the Chozo are just really, really intelligent versions of the Loftwings.
Yep.
I mean, you can't prove that it's not that.
I mean, if you
Post on a
any-
YouTube theorizing channel, and I'm sure they'll find something.
just go full on game.
Elias,
theorist.
make the video for us. That's fine.
It's too much work.
Yeah, that was the sigh
anyway.
of a person who doesn't want to do more.
That's true. It's like that'd be effort.
I'm
No.
very familiar with it.
We had some cool stuff at E3 that showed off a new trailer for Breath of the Wild 2, which does look pretty cool. My one thing that I really, really want in it is actually something I want to see never again in a Zelda game, which is durability. So
I don't mind
Hopefully.
durability as long as I can repair it.
yeah, or your sword isn't so fragile that you have to go through 3 swords to kill a single creature, because that's kind of
Lionel's-
dumb. So yeah, cool stuff for Breath of the Wild 2. They also announced a Zelda Game & Watch thing that will have, which ones was it? I think it was,
It's Zelda 1, Zelda 2, and the Game Boy version of Link's Awakening.
yeah.
And
And
a
then-
timer program.
Yeah, and a timer program.
and a watch. And a
Ah.
Game and Watch like game. So it in fact is a game and a watch.
Thank you.
It's
for that.
pretty cool. As much as I already own everything except the Game Boy version of Link's Awakening, I will probably be getting it, despite the fact that I probably won't be playing it much. I just want a Zelda Game & Watch.
That's what they're banking on.
I pre-ordered everything. I got very lucky. I will point out, though, if you want to see our reactions to it, I think I brought it up the last time I was here in our last episode, but we do have a reaction compilation that Elias and I are in. That's of a lot of the ZU staff reacting to the Direct, where we get to see Elias'
energy.
Except when Metroid Dread shows up.
That
In which
energy's
case
still
you can
there.
see Elias-
It's just slightly elevated.
Slight.
And you really
And-
need to stop
and
doing these in the morning.
And that's what you need to, and that is the thing. So you should go watch it on the Zelda Universe YouTube channel.
Yeah. Also, pre-order Metroid Dread. I know we're a Zelda channel, but
Metroid Dread is important. Please buy it.
we're hoping
It also
if we
looks
make a
good. Don't buy
Yeah,
it
I
out
mean-
of pity. Jeez, Alex.
we're hoping if we make a big enough thing about Metroid Dread that Nintendo will realize it's actually a good series and make us not wait a decade between sequels.
I mean, the game does look incredible. So
Maybe,
So,
maybe we'll get that next time.
Yeah, maybe. Other announcements?
I'm probably streaming next Saturday.
Cool.
It's my birthday.
Birthday!
birthday stream. I might be doing a couple random streams still here, and then my normal stream schedule, I guess, will restart when I'm back in New Jersey, maybe sometime next week ish. Depending on work schedule things and whatnot. But
Oh yeah, I forgot, Alex. You are you have left the realm of people not in school and joined the cult of never leaving school ever again.
Welcome. Join
Yeah.
us.
yeah,
We'll give
so-
you a notebook and a planner.
Yeah. Oh, I've got planners. I've got planners. Planning.
I'm
But yeah,
speaking to all at this moment because it is the cult of academia.
fair. But yeah, for those who missed stuff on social media, I'm going to grad school. I got into USC Annenberg School of Communication and Journalism. They have a digital media management master's degree that's fully online. So I'm going back to school, which maybe means I might be here more often. I'm gonna try to finagle it and see.
That means we won't be able to have Curie. I mean, what? Alex and Curie are the same person? No, that's preposterous.
Impossible.
What's fun though is that you both appear in the early episodes. And so I just have to think that there was some accident at some point in a lab that merged
Time
the
travel.
two of you.
Yeah. Oh,
In my
contact.
defense, I had a lot more time at the beginning, and that time has gotten a lot less when considering in retail I'm the only person that can do certain things. And I need to figure out how to finagle around that and or just leave.
Simply leave.
I was about to say,
If
I think
anyone's-
the best
I wanna
idea
leave.
is
To
leave.
leave. So if anyone's looking for like someone to do like social media stuff for them, hit me up. Would do.
The correct response to anything involving retail is to leave retail.
Yup.
That's also my
That's my
response to
plan.
academia, by the way. So
It's okay. It's
me,
totally
me
totally
too.
fine.
I hated high school. I hated most of college. I hated college when I went back almost a decade later to get my bachelor's degree. I cannot understand how people would want to go back
I have an
again.
office with a
It's
tea
so-
cabinet.
It's so enjoyable.
That's cool.
It's so
To be fair,
enjoyable.
I brought the tea cabinet, but there's a tea cabinet in my office, and I have a
Why
mud
did you have to
tree.
tell them that? Just be like, yeah, they gave you a tea cabinet because you're so cool.
Well, and I keep all my comic books in my office. So I've got my comic books and I've got all my nerdy mugs and I've got a shit ton of tea so that when my students come, I can be like, T, you sound like you have a sore throat. Throw throat coat at them. Take it.
Also, Kiri has been to talk. Just because Kiri's not here doesn't mean we don't get to talk about her. Kiri, who couldn't join us today, has been mentioning
Changeling.
Changeling, her second book. I believe the copyright has been approved.
Yes, the copyright was approved, I think, yesterday.
I assume that's a good thing.
Yes, it's one step closer to it getting out so that we can read a sequel to Alice. Yes.
Great.
Go buy her books.
I used to keep my copy of Alex right next to my the desk here, so I could always reference it. And in the move, I have to figure out where it went.
Go buy her books.
Yeah.
Alice is one of those books where I finished it and I was angry at the author because there wasn't more. And then I'm going, you're my friend. I shouldn't be mad at you, but give me more book.
So yeah, super exciting. Someone with a sword that's not me. Want to let Imp post a link? I don't know if he will get auto timed out.
I got it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, also other announcement. If anyone of you lives in Seattle and wants to meet up, I'll be there in November.
As long as you haven't melted from the heat,
I'll be there in August.
If you want to meet up with Elias, in August. If you want to meet up with me, November.
I will not be going to Seattle at all. So.
Yay.
Never say
anyway.
Never.
Is there anything else announcement wise?
I can get 5
ZU
games.
stuff?
The only thing I will say is there's a new Palutena's guidance on YouTube about what's his face from Tekken.
Kazuya!
Yeah. And I'm very proud of that team who can get those videos out so quick. They do a really good job, so please watch that. Aside from that, I think that's kind of all the major announcements. I went to the beach yesterday. That's the only announcement I have.
It's not an announcement, Alex.
No.
It's
Hello, Kitty.
beaches exist.
That's an announcement.
Get her.
Hello, precious.
That is
Aw.
Bagel. I was introduced to Bagel. I think it was on a stream. Elias and I were both in chat, and he said something about Bagel is drooling, and I'm like, if your Bagel is drooling, maybe go to a different bakery.
I don't know what they did
Very cute cat.
in the boiling process to have a bagel drool, but
Bagel seems to really be liking you, Elias.
I'm literally the only other living being in the apartment.
Anyway, if announcements, I guess I can make an announcement. On last Monday, I started a new series that has become really popular on my YouTube channel. If you are familiar with Final Fantasy XIV, it's an MMO. There are some homebrewers that created a crossover guide with D&D 5e so that you can play every single class or job from Final Fantasy XIV in D&D 5th edition. They've made 5e versions of them, and I am going through them on my D&D deep dive program to talk about how to play them best and make some suggestions about balance issues and things like that. So check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TraderJody. I am very, very proud of how well received these videos have been. And I am now 1 subscriber away from 400, which is the most subscribers I've ever had. And it's only 600 away from me possibly becoming a YouTube partner again. So
Tight.
So I just went and checked and apparently I wasn't subscribed, so I just subscribed.
Thank
And
you,
so you
Adelia.
now have 400 subscribers.
Hey.
Hooray.
Wow.
I thought I was, to be fair.
Sure. No, I get it totally. I've been making. I realized I've been making D&D deep dive videos for 2.5 years now. Or wait, maybe it's 3. It started in January of 2018, so I guess it's 3.5 years, isn't it?
I would just
That's
like
kinda nuts.
to take this moment to appreciate Jax for having on her face what I think every morning we do this, which is, oh my gosh, why are we talking this long? Why is the game not starting?
Actually, I was watching Kiri music videos.
Which is a
better.
good point. Which is a good thing to do.
Oh, it's amazing. We miss Carrie so much. We play her music. Carrie, come back.
Or
to us.
watch her wedding vows.
Or
Yeah.
watch her wedding vows.
Yeah. All right. So, with that being said, I think it's time to return to the realms of the wild.
Jax, on a scale of 1 to 10, how screwed do you think we are?
Before we recap, Aruna and Zoltar are asleep.
Yeah, we've got this easy for the next few minutes. Like we're just
Yeah, it's gonna be me and Jax just struggling.
Well, maybe,
So I guess
maybe
I'll
it's
go
going
get
to
my
flip
wallet.
to your view.
Recap going on here.
Passed out.
Party screwed. Roll for initiative.
Lol.
everyone.
No, not yet. So,
Yes,
actual
you guys
recap.
suddenly appear.
The party was able to find the equivalent of Riverside City in the Courage realm, but it is very different from the city that Arel has known for so long. This is a little more than a mobile settlement. Many tents, able to pick up and leave at a moment's notice. While they were there, Pierre discovered a kindred spirit in a bartender and decided to accept an invitation to a party celebrating freedom and self-expression. Mentioning it to Arel, he invited Arel, and they both went to this party while Zulta and Aruna got the much-needed rest they wanted. While they were at the party, they started noticing strange things. People seemingly too invested in it. People saying strange things. And suddenly they heard a voice behind them and turned to find a man wearing Yiga Clan garb. Which is where we return to this story.
Would you like initiative?
Not quite yet.
Okay.
So, to get a little bit closer to reminding me exactly what happened before we ended the last session. If I remember correctly, you guys were noticing something was weird with the party itself, and
Specifically, I think I was the one that noticed because I think Arel was vibing a lot and was
Drugged before that happened. But wait, I got this, guys. We're gonna be okay.
Oh my God.
well, if you've got bananas, you're safe.
We are. I'm concerned.
That my
So-
bananas look like that? There could
Well,
be
that too,
banana
but-
bread.
Just
And
the
then
whole
right
setup
before
there.
we ended, somebody came up behind Pierre and told him something to the effect of "You need to relax" or something like that. I can't remember what I actually said.
It was very creepy.
Mhm.
Was.
And Pierre turned to find a man dressed in tight-fitting clothing with a mask that had an eye, with I think,
A
the Yiga
single-
clan
That's what it.
symbol.
That's what it
has
was.
the
The
tear?
implication. Yes.
Elias, can you
It's the
remind
Sheikah
me?
symbol upside down.
Okay, so I thought one had a tear and one that it didn't, but I may be wrong.
One the tier
I-
goes up, one the tier goes down. I don't
Okay.
remember which is which.
I also don't
So-
remember which I don't remember these logos. So he's standing right behind me, right?
It's such happy music. For
He
seeing
turned
Yiga
you
clan.
around, so technically he's in front of you.
What the hell is this? What are you trying to pull over us?
What do you mean?
Oh, we're not going to talk about the fact that all of a sudden now you're in Yiga clothing, and all of a sudden this is not just a party; it's a freaking cult.
I've been in this clothing the entire time.
The great thing is apparently everyone else can hear music except me. Lol.
Are you? Do you have a?
You have to refocus roll 20 after it
Yeah.
starts.
I have it saying that it's not even on.
Well, it is.
Oh, lol. Let me refresh. Roll 20.
What's
Oh,
fun
is
is
it
Zolta
because
would
it's
hate this.
unsupported browser? Is that why?
Probably.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck
you
me.
need to use. I think it's Chrome.
Are you
the
using
one-
Edge again?
No, I'm on Safari because I'm on freaking Mac.
That's basically the Apple's Edge. Like, why are you?
I don't want to use Chrome. It uses too much RAM.
Use Firefox.
So while this gets fixed, Zolta would hate this party. Ilea's having a great time with the music.
Fine, I'm gonna switch.
Tabletop
everything.
audio is wonderful for folks.
Fine, I will open Firefox for this one thing, and I have to then find my roll 20 pass.
Well, while you're doing that, he goes, "You seem upset. Perhaps you should have a drink."
I don't want to. I'm not touching anything you give me.
Okay, you can get your own drink. What do you think is about to happen?
I don't know, and I don't like it.
Why? You seem upset, stressed out.
I don't
This-
remember. Sorry. Go ahead.
This is about relaxing. This is about self-expression. This is about celebrating what it is to be alive. Maybe you should try and do that.
Is Aurel conscious or did she passed out on
I think
fear?
you're
I
still
don't remember.
mostly conscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
You to steal a phrase from a friend of mine, you feel really good. So you are your inhibitions have been lowered significantly,
Oh, no.
but you are not.
So Aurel is still Aurel.
I was about to say
She's
you didn't
giggling.
have much, but other than kind of mood altering, you are not like unconscious or drugged into that way. You are simply less inhibited and possibly a little more open to suggestion than normal.
Jody, that's the most terrifying thing you've ever said during the entire run of this game.
Yeah.
I've been scared for my life before, but this
People-
is definitely more frightening.
People think like terror is done, through crazy monsters and things like that. No way. No, really terrifying things are things like, yeah, you no longer have inhibitions, or yeah, you're not 100% sure what's real and what's not. That's
But I
is-
mean,
that is terrifying.
specifically Aurel having less inhibitions.
I now
All I'm
have.
saying is, by the time tonight is over, Arel's plan to have a fleet of ships may possibly come to true.
It's too early in the morning to deal with this night.
Zolta's having a
It really
great sleep.
is. It really is. Although
So,
a Yiga ship would kind of be.
It's on her bucket
So-
list. Check.
So back to
No,
Papa
I hate
Pierre.
like bananas.
I want to
like
point
bananas.
out that now that I have the music in my head, this is very jarring.
So you have this guy in front of you, and he's not even offering you a drink anymore. He's just kind of pointing over to where there are drinks and things. He's like,
Can I
Please.
perceive? Ooh. Two things. One, does my like spidery senses like prescience thing, does that allow me to sort of get like could go into his mind and see what he's thinking a little bit? And if
So-
not, can I like try to perceive what his plan even is and
So-
see what everyone else is doing?
So prescience is not telepathy, but prescience is the ability to see into the future and remote view, though those kind of things.
Let me remote view real quick.
Well, remote viewing is just the ability to see something that you can't physically see. You know, it's scrying effectively. So
So that's okay.
yeah, remote viewing is just a scrying. So
Fair.
if you wanted, if you wanted to try and take a little more control over your prescience and perhaps see what is in store for you, get a small glimpse into the future, you could try that.
More
But that something along that lines would be what prescience can do. Or sorry, but pre-science.
There we go.
There you go. Much better.
Can I want to do two things. I want to try for that just to see what happens. I also want to check and see what everyone else is doing at that point, because, or if I can tell if they might be partying, but it looks like they're slowly prepping for like an ambush or assault or whatever.
Okay.
So I'll start with pre-science, and I guess I will probably take a disadvantage or something on that.
Have you haven't drank anything yet, River, right?
I think I had that first initial one, and then I haven't touched it since.
Yeah, and your first drink didn't have anything in it, so
No.
Wow, spoilers.
so you yes, spoiler alert. So
And the
you
second one
you
just
can
touched my lips, and I'm
you can
done.
you can just roll a flat prescience roll.
Word.
Free science.
Isn't it presence?
No, it's a free science.
You know what? I'll take that. 17.
17. Okay.
Oh, wait, that's
So as you're sitting there and you're starting, it's starting to dawn on you exactly how bad a situation you've gotten yourself into.
Yeah.
You have had flashes of the future before, and you realize that if you could control one of those flashes, it might give you a massive benefit to what's going on here. So as you sit there and you try and basically force yourself to have one of these future flashes, you start to see just very brief images that go across your mind like a very rapidly flying slideshow. And the first image is this person in Yiga Clan getup, kind of putting his arm around your shoulder as you kind of look at him, and you can see a smile on your face, but it doesn't. It looks forced. Your next view is of Arel with this huge, very convincing smile on her face as she's dancing with a bunch of people. The next flash is of Arel being led away by this large group of people. And the final flash is of you clutching your stomach on the ground as the Yiga clan dressed person walks away holding a bloodied sword.
Yep. Nope. Not into it. Can I do that perception thing to just see whether or not anyone else is like readying an attack?
Sure.
You got the good scenario where Arel's just standing next to him, like gently caressing his feathers.
Skip that part.
I'm gonna re-roll that thing.
Well, and the fun part is he doesn't actually know how his prescience works, so he has no idea what these flashes mean, whether there's anything he can do to stop them.
I would like to point out that the entire time Alex has been gone, Pierre has just been giving himself headaches trying to figure out his presence. So I feel like that should count for something.
True. Advantage 1.
Okay, so I re-rolled the first one because it was an 11. I now have a 17. I'm gonna take that.
Okay.
Good.
So after those flashes, your military training kicks into overdrive, and you instantly become hyper aware of everything around you.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain starts counting possible enemy to targets. You are marking off exits to the location, which in your benefit, because you are effectively in a forest clearing, there are a ton of exits from here. So there are a lot of different ways you might be able to escape this situation. But the thing that is tripping you up is the fact that you can probably get out of this fairly unscathed if you leave Arel behind. But with where Arel is from a tactical standpoint, she's in a very, very bad spot.
Yep.
You cannot come up with a solution as to how you can extract both of you in these situations that you saw in your head while still defending against them. However, you don't see anyone in the crowd readying weapons. You actually don't see where they could have weapons hidden. Again, a lot of people here are not wearing much clothing. There's a lot of body paints and form-fitting clothing.
I don't trust that.
I thought we ended with Arel next to Pierre.
Yeah. Can I try to take Arel and try to like carry her to the outskirts? We're leaving.
Well, when you guys were together, as you turned to look at this guy, Arel was encouraged to continue to dancing. So you guys got slightly separated. Not by, like, she's 10 feet away. So it's not like she's super far away.
I'm gonna walk over to Arel and just say, hey, we've got a long journey ahead of us. Let's head back.
I don't think you've got a long journey at all, Pierre.
That's the close person saying that?
Yeah, and you notice he has followed you and he is right next to you.
I had to say, wow, ventriloquy. That.
We are leaving. And you are not going to do anything.
That's such a strange thing to say. It's almost like you can see the future. But you know what happens when you start looking at things that you shouldn't look at? You start seeing things that you shouldn't, and things that may not be entirely true. I really think you should get a drink and sit down and we can talk.
Don't be such a spoil sport, Pierre.
See, your friend wants you to stay. Listen, and he gets really, really close to where only you can hear this. If you stay and you listen to what I have to say, I'll let you and your friend go back to Aruna and Zulta and Cass, and we won't bother you tonight. But if you leave, well, you'll be really dampening the party. And I am a very understanding person, but there are other people, they're not as understanding. And they would be very upset if you ruined our party. So you want to come sit down, have a conversation with me?
I don't trust him.
Really? Why not?
Who
He's
knows?
giving you
He's
every
given you
reason
no
to.
reason not to trust him.
The only thing he's missing is a cat at this point. Yes, Mr. Bond.
I mean, the cat's on Elias's screen, so.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, Aruna got the cat right now.
I just want to say, after I said that, Bella started staring at me, and she has a very judgmental stare.
Oh my
I do
goodness.
not appreciate that stare.
She sees you.
She knows better. What are you doing?
What would you like to do, Pierre?
Ooh. Well, I don't trust him. Do I get an air of he's sort of being sincere on this one?
You're actually getting kind of a flashbacks to the meeting with the head of the Thieves Guild in the Power Realm,
Okay.
where you think it's
Oh my
totally possible he could lie, like he has the ability to lie, and you would probably believe him, but he has no reason to lie at this particular point.
What does
He
the enemy
seems
do?
he seems to be very confident in his position. So you think he's being sincere simply because he has no reason not to be.
Yes, Elias? What did you do?
I
Did you
don't
freeze?
want to interrupt the moment, so I'm
Oh.
waiting.
Okay.
I'm worried about this decision, but I'm also kind of in.
Welcome to Tabletop RPGs.
I really hope this is not the bad decision. And
Stay.
Jax, if this is bad, I am sorry.
Stay.
I am not having a single drink. But
That's
I will
fine.
listen.
But will you
Come
come,
with me,
and dance
and he puts
with
his
me?
arm. He puts his arm around your shoulder, and he leads you to a table that wasn't there before. much less formal. There are two chairs and just kind of a small circular wooden table.
Guys are in the holodeck.
And as he sits down, you see him kind of wave to someone, and somebody brings over a single drink, which he starts sipping at, and he gestures for you to sit down.
Just take that person, and anytime Zolta asks for anything, take them out. There's an actual waiter now, guys.
Huzzah!
I have
Zoltan, in her sleep, is smiling.
I have a question.
Yes.
Me too.
Last session, Iruna did a lot of walking around, seeing a lot of people in Riverside Stable, which he would know is the Courage Realm equivalent of Riverside City, which
Yes.
I'm pretty sure is where they met the head of the Thieves Guild, right?
Absolutely.
Did Iruna see his doppelganger anywhere?
Ooh, okay. Make me a perception check with disadvantage to 2.
Because you're asleep.
Well, because this is a bit of a connection.
A perception check with disadvantage.
What does a rel do in the power realm do
Oh my
to
god.
the
why is
Thieves
my
Guild
keyboard
in this
not-
realm?
For those of you watching that are new, if you hover over the stream itself, you should see a little ZU shield icon. If you click it and allow it to work, you can earn rupees that you can use to influence the game. things like giving them legend
Saving
points that they
graces.
can use to gain advantage, or if they're Ilea, they can use to hoard.
The hoarding will come in handy one day. And also, I need 7 more legend points.
Okay.
Other things like reroll tokens, healing, even adding monsters or boss encounters and NPCs to the game. All of that can happen. So yeah,
Reroll
you can check it out.
Oh my god.
Greatly appreciated.
My keyboard is messing up.
That's fine.
Please help me.
I'm canceling this out with 3 legend points to give myself advantage 1.
Okay.
Who's doing a flute? Who's
Yeah,
got a
the flute is
my
It's very
phone.
loud.
well, the flute is not keeping to the melody of the main song being played at this camp.
Sorry, that is my phone giving me into the text message.
Oh, I thought your text message was like the other Zelda chime.
Judy, how many points do I need to spend for Calamity Giganon?
No, God.
Literally, that is what I might be saving them for, because I got paranoid in the beginning with that dark figure in the shadows as we got sucked into the new realm.
Yeah.
So, like, to be fair, I only hoard my legend points because you gave me the impression I would need them one day.
I will tell the audience the same thing I told the players when I was recruiting for this 3.5 years ago, which is Calamity Ganon and Zelda are currently trapped in Hyrule Castle battling themselves, just like in Breath of the Wild. This is set during that 100-year period where Link is unconscious. So the Link
storm the castle.
that we know from Breath of the Wild is not, is not an NPC in this. Calamity Ganon is not the big baddie.
Also, 3.5.
Go ahead.
It's been 4 years, hasn't it?
It'll be 4 years in September.
Yeah, we started casting and started doing like tests like this month.
Yeah.
In July.
Yeah, actually. So yeah, we've been.
Yeah, I was in the mountains and being like, I know we're on a family vacation, but I need to go into this room and be closed off and play a game.
Me
So-
every
An
time.
audition family.
I rolled a 19 after a reroll on a perception.
Okay. So
Nice.
when you went to sleep last night, something felt off. You're not sure what it was, but just something did not feel right. And when you went to sleep, you started dreaming. And in the dream, you're back in that underground lair, in that room with the head of the Thieves Guild, who just had this power that was indescribable. Whenever he said something, you didn't want to obey him. You felt a compulsion to do.
You did do that.
And you keep reliving this situation over and over again, but it doesn't play out the way it actually played out. This time, you're not leaving, and he keeps telling you to do more and more bizarre things. Nothing underhanded or anything, but like he'd tell you to sit down and you'll sit down. He'd tell you to stand up, stand on your head, turn around in a circle, and you just kept doing it like some bizarre
Roll over.
version of Simon Says. And you were having this, you start feeling the panic well up inside of you more and more, and you can't figure out why you are panicking so much until you watch as the very refined clothing that he wears starts to fade in your dream and change, and his visual characteristics start to fade and change. And he is now in the same garb as the other people in Riverside Stable. And you are immediately woken from a dead sleep with the realization that you saw him in Riverside stable. And it is just now clicked in the middle of the night, and you're completely 100% conscious.
That's my turn.
Should have taken a shower. It would have gotten to you sooner.
So back to Arel and Pierre. Arel, you feel really good. As you are dancing, which is not something you've done in a while. Again, you've been living kind of ostracized from everyone, and for most of your life, you've kind of been an outsider, and everyone around you is so welcoming and so kind of loving and affectionate without crossing any boundaries. They just, as you kind of let yourself go and let the music kind of move you, they keep encouraging you and saying nice things. And you are just kind of almost becoming overwhelmed with this feeling of acceptance and care and love. So what would you like to do as you have all these new friends that seem to just like you for you?
Where's Nose Nuzzle Girl?
She has not left your side.
Oh.
She is a little bit more affectionate than the other ones here. She's dancing with you, and she generally always has some portion of her body touching you, whether it's holding your hand or bumping hip to hip or things like that.
Which Arel is not used to.
Mm-hmm. This is the first person you've pursued in a while that hasn't instantly ran away. So don't know if that gives you warning bells, but
In a while or ever?
I will let you decide that. I'm just saying the people you've pursued in the party have run the opposite direction, and you've kind of had to fight them to get them back towards you. So
At this point, to be honest, I don't think Arel's ever been in a relationship. So she
That
has no
makes a lot
idea
of sense.
what's going on.
This tracks.
Yeah, see, exactly. Which is why when the guy grabbed her from behind, she freaked out, like, oh, someone actually wants to touch me.
I would freak out for different reasons, but okay.
Go off,
well,
I guess.
Different. Let's see.
you
She
do
likes
vaguely
me for
remember
me.
Pierre saying something about leaving and then not.
I'm gonna have Arel just kind of look around and like hip bump the girl again, but just kind of look around and see if she can locate Pierre, because he should definitely, since he's a new ship in my fleet, he should be dancing with me.
Okay, so you look around.
He's covered in glitter.
You don't see
He's been
Pierre
claimed.
anywhere.
Oh,
Which is weird because most of the night that you've been here, he's kind of been like watching you, kind of. And now you don't see him at all.
I'm gonna go find him. Excuse me, pretty lady. I've got to go find my friend.
What?
What is
No, keep
Cookies.
dancing. You're so good.
I know she's lying.
What you're doing now, it may not be any step that's taught in any ballroom, but it's pure and it's you. And that's wonderful.
Oh, you should come with me and meet my friend, because he is also wonderful. Actually, sorry, I have to correct that. You should come and meet my new fiance, because he is also wonderful.
I made it.
I don't know if that's a good thing as like you think it is, Alex.
Everyone
You've
else
missed
on that.
quite a few episodes this is here, Alex.
I know, which is why I'm late to the party. Let me have this, Jody.
Good on tap.
So she goes, he's busy right now. He'll be back. Come on. And she comes up and kind of nuzzles your nose again. And you feel her hand reaching behind your neck. And because of interactions that you've had before, as her hand touches your neck, your muscles instantly tighten. Because unlike kind of a caress that you'd be expecting, you can tell her hand is searching for something on your neck.
Okay.
So what would you like to do? She
Realizing
has pointed
that
ears and speaks only of logic.
she's
God.
Kiri.
This is where Kiri comes in. He's like, I returned.
Dang,
bitches."
come with me forever.
It's not even cast. It's just Kiri has self
It's Kiri.
Kiri is just in the game.
If I can't have Kiri play, I will put her in my game.
Kiri, we missed you. This is what happens.
Yep, this is exactly what happened. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have Arel, as she realized that, just kind of like try and stato chep away.
Stubba tippa dubba.
Been a rough morning, huh?
It has been. I've gotten like 3.5 hours of sleep, so
Okay.
I'm not functioning.
So as you start to focus on your shadows, shadow stepping is second in a nature to you at this point. You
I'm
just
gonna
you do
fail
it without
again, aren't
the thinking. But as you try and focus
This will
on
be the
it,
second time I failed. I'm gonna have Arel become very concerned at this point.
you feel something is very, very wrong as you attempt to shadow step, and it just doesn't happen. The shadows are there, but you can't feel them like you normally do. You can't sense the shadows. You feel no control over them. It's kind of like before you had the accident. Shadows are just, an absence of light. They have no form. They have no substance. They're just there. And as this realization kind of dawns on you, you feel your skin kind of go cold, and your breath becomes very cold, and you feel very alone for the first time in a while. What would you like to do?
I am gonna have her or Arel shove the girl away from her and just kind of
Okay.
get out of the crowd.
So as you do that,
Wah! Shoving with
Music.
my fists.
the music stops. The crowd that's been dancing around you stops almost in unison, and they just kind of look at you. What's wrong, Arel? And that's said by 3 different people in unison.
Are they all holding hands with long hair?
Nope. Not yet.
It's a great party, guys.
This, yeah. Where did we go? This has been great and all, but I'm gonna have Arel turn and book it.
As you turn, more people are there, and they've kind of surrounded you. The girl that you've been kind of flirting with is there. Arel, calm down. There's nothing wrong. You just don't want to leave yet. Don't worry, Pierre is fine. He's having a conversation, and you guys can leave in a moment. But he needs to have this conversation first. And
God.
you can
Such a
just
cannibal sex cult.
enjoy. You can just have fun, enjoy yourself. And as she says that, you start feeling strange, as it seems very it seems like very, very good advice.
Oh, dang it. I wanted Arel to be that really weird girl at the party who's having a good time, and then all of a sudden she just has a mental breakdown and
Well-
starts like crying.
You can. What I'm going to have you do is
Now
I'll
you're
let you.
just a rel in the bathroom.
I'll let you choose. You can roll a will check or a presence check, whichever you prefer.
Will it is. Let's see. Hit the button. I got a 9. Let me re-roll that because I'm scared. Goodbye, new re-roll token. Guys, if you haven't noticed, Arel rolls really poorly. Reroll tokens and legend points save everyone.
I think in this case, reroll tokens. Please send a rel reroll tokens.
Party
Oh,
maybe
faces
like
7
a point.
Lionels at once. No fear. Party has social interactions at a party. Absolutely.
One
terrible.
fear. I have no fear. Sees social interactions. One fear.
Yeah, now you understand the core of my entire being.
34.
Yay!
So as you're sitting there, and as she's saying these things, not only do they make sense, but you want
Oh.
to stay. These are really nice people. They're treating you nicer than you've been treated in a very long time, and you feel welcome. And as she says, just come back and start to dancing with us again. You almost want, you almost go, yeah. And then like a switch was flipped. Everything is different. The people around you are not caring. They're creepy. The woman looking at you is not affectionate. She's controlling. Like it's just instantly everything goes from pleasant to sinister. And you
But
feel fully in control of your faculties. If you've ever had one of those instant sobering moments, this is one of those moments. You went from feeling really good to instantly sober.
Can I feel the shadows sober? Or still no?
You can in a way. You now understand the reason you weren't feeling shadows before is not that you are somehow losing your powers. You can now feel it. There is something actively blocking the shadows from you. It's as if somebody has put up a barrier or something that's preventing the shadows from getting to you. But you can feel them now.
I like feeling things again. I like how you're the one laughing today, Elias. Are you just as tired as I?
Yeah.
Always. It's Elias.
Yes. Yeah.
True. Sorry, what were you saying, Jody?
I was just saying, since the music is no longer playing, I actually have a theme I use for Yiga Clan stuff.
Great. Thanks.
You have a Yiga Clan theme?
I do.
So because my readings right now are all in ancient Greek stuff, this clan has become the Lotus Eaters to me. Points if you get that reference.
I do not.
Nope.
I'm going to go on a little limb here and say it was something from ancient Greece.
Yes, though also if you're familiar with Percy Jackson, the lightning thief, then you also know something about it.
Wouldn't you know? I'm also not familiar with that too.
So, Arel, what would you like to do?
Well, how many people are around me?
Currently, you've got
Enough for an orgy.
about 24.
So that could be like
Small orgy, but an orgy.
Okay.
God.
Well,
So around 24, 25 people.
dang it! I'm
Okay,
not.
hold up.
Yeah.
If we are classifying orgies by size, I don't think 24, 25 counts as small.
You know what? Maybe in your limited experience,
I'm gonna let the people who have had and been to orgies handle this.
Don't make assumptions about me.
It
Rel,
does seem like a high number.
what would you like to do?
Can I see Pierre at this point now that everything is stopped? Or
Yeah, where
Uh,
am I here?
No, the people that have kind of just surrounded you. I saw that and I wasn't going to say anything, but
Just wanted to bring that to everyone's attention.
for those of you that can't see chats, Automod stopped the word orgy, and so Chex approved the post, which added the phrase Chex Mix used /add_permitted_term space orgy. So
Just really all in on Arel right now.
Yeah.
why did it add it? No,
that's how the automod works. Is if you let someone post something with a word that's quote unquote banned, it will just allow that word going forward.
But it
Yeah.
says that you
That's just
allow
how it
the
works.
word.
But yeah, since you're the one that did it,
Yeah, we can see it, and you are a mod.
yeah, mods can actually see that. Chat can't until Elias posts it.
Thanks, Elias,
You're
for
welcome.
calling me out on that one.
Anytime.
Anyway, so currently the people that have surrounded you have blocked your vision of anything outside this group. So no, you still can't see Pierre.
Okay. Well, I'm not Zolta, so I can't fight that many people. I
Yeah,
can't
Zolta can't do that
escape as
either.
many people.
Don't tell Zolta
She
that.
can try. Arel's not willing to try. There's a difference.
Thank God.
I don't know. She might start to rub off on her. Let's see.
If you want to get really sneaky, we made reference to something last night during the game.
No, I know you did, but no.
Okay,
Time,
I'm just
time is not for that.
okay.
Trying to, I know what you're doing. As soon as you set that up, it's like this one. This is set up. Let's see. It has to be a cool moment. Training to Jody, not just to get me out of here.
No, it could just be
If
you
I can't- if I
screaming and
can't
running.
Into 24 people, 25 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, it might just be Arel just kind of crying out for Pierre.
Okay.
So, 'cause-
So
yeah, because if I can't feel shadows, then I can't really use anything except for my knife, my stabby bits, and my stabby bits against 25 people is not.
at this
going-
particular point, again, what you can feel right now is there's some sort of barrier between you and the shadows. If you want to try and break that barrier, you can try to do that.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an entropy check with disadvantage 3.
Okay, so disadvantage 0.
Do this
Guys,
at
prepare
disadvantage
your
3. Did you
reroll
say
token.
disadvantage 0?
Well, because I get a +3 on entropy.
Ah.
So
Who are you, Zolta?
exactly. Let's do it. Guys,
No,
reroll
Sultan would
tokens
never
are
have
wonderful. 12.
Sultan would never have a bonus that low.
A mere
Yeah,
+3.
my immediate thing was just +3. No.
Oh my
I
god,
think
you rolled a
attack
2
is
on a
a
d20.
6 advantage.
That's why I'm doing a reroll token. Thank you very much.
Good, please.
And this is one of my highest things. Why do I always roll really poorly on entropy? 21.
We'll take
There we
this.
go. That's better.
We'll take
Guys,
this.
I really need reroll tokens, please.
All right. So
Arel is rolling like
You
Arel.
don't need them.
as
No.
you're sitting there and realizing that you're in a position that you don't want to be in, and you can feel the shadows just outside your reach, you kind of break down at that moment, and you let out this kind of bestial roar, and you reach your arms out, and you can feel the shadows trying to come to you and being stopped by something. And you just go full on Zulta and go, "Rah!" And you bring your arms in, and these two shadow claws come through and smack about half a dozen people out of the way as the shadows come and just kind of envelop you for a second. And your entire body is kind of infused with shadows for a brief moment. And then you're back where you were before, but you can feel the shadows everywhere. And you are in a shadow-filled environment. It's dark out. There's a fire. There's a rather large bonfire that's casting shadows on everything. While that is going on, Aruna, you are wide awake. Zulta is not.
I'm having a great dream.
I immediately try to go wake up Cass.
Waiters
dreaming of me?
everywhere.
There was a lot of dancing.
Is there anything you want to do
Where the nose
with this
knuckles
knowledge
come
that you have?
I immediately try to wake up Cass.
Okay. Kess kind of rolls over and goes, checks, or not, I'm sorry.
Don't
getting real meta here, guys.
Arel, stop it. I'm happy with my fish. Aruna?
She's rubbed up on everyone.
I love it.
I didn't mean to interrupt your dream, but I just realized that I saw the guy from the other Hyrule's doppelganger here somewhere. Quick moral question for you. Is it bad to like scope out this guy when he might not have done anything wrong based on the actions of his doppelganger?
What?
Should I repeat that whole thing? I'll start over.
Questions to someone who just
Iruna literally repeats what he just said word for word.
Okay. So wait, the leader of the Thieves Guild is here?
Yeah, but it's the other guy, right? So you remember how like the Shadow Stalker we killed, like his doppelganger died in the other one, and that's how we found out there's like the different people. Like there were different Arels, right? And then they died. There's a different the guy here. But I don't know. I just saw him in passing. I didn't realize until the middle of the night. Should we like try to tail him, look for him? Like, what are your thoughts and feelings on this matter?
And she kind of looks around.
I would ask Zulta, but she would definitely say to kill him.
You're not wrong. It's the middle of the night.
What time is it?
At this point, you're probably getting to like 1, 2 in the morning.
Should we be concerned? You're right. Should we be concerned that Pierre and Arel aren't back yet? Or should we let them do their thing?
Do you think he has something to do with them not being here?
No, I think if they're not back yet, they're probably still at the party. But I don't really know how long Hylian parties go for, which is why I'm asking you. I realize you're not a Hylian, but you're a lot closer than I am. Iruna's just talking at a normal voice, by the way.
Smacks Zulta a few times. Honey, wake up.
Really on the fence if I should just start mumbling Plato in my sleep.
Do it, you will.
The ancient Zora philosopher.
I actually just got to a point about games, so fun.
You're not supposed to be reading during the game.
I've been asleep.
Now she's no longer reading.
And she's a teacher, so she's good at multitasking.
Okay.
And I have 7,000 pages to finish, so I can take the test in August. So, what?
How long do parties go for?
I don't know. It's a sex thing.
Oh, so not very long then.
Zolta
You
is
hear-
just going to look at Aruna in pity.
You hear Aruna's voice, which is a voice you were not expecting to hear as you woke up next to your wife.
Didn't take
Yeah,
very long
so it
to
starts
wake her
with
up.
pity, and then it goes to confusion. Aruna?
Yes.
So, Kess brings you up to speed on what Aruna has told you and the fact that Pierre and Arel are still not back.
If it's normal to be out this late, then we can worry
Wait,
about it. in the
is
morning,
it
but-
the dude who like threatened us and wanted a thing?
Well, yeah, but it wasn't like this one. It was the one from the other Hyrule.
Okay, well let's just kill him
Yeah, no, that's what I
because
thought you
one
said.
time I killed a dude. I killed a dude and it killed him in another dimension as well.
Right, like tactically that would make sense, but also
Yeah.
we might be just killing an innocent man here, not only here, but then in the other one, the third
Well, then
one.
let's find out if he's bad and then kill him.
Right. My question is, do we worry about that now because we're concerned about Pierre and Arel, or are we not concerned about them and do we worry about it in the morning?
Is he at the sex cult with them?
I have no idea. I saw him. I remember seeing him in town somewhere. I passed him. I didn't realize it was him until I woke up, and I don't know where he is.
I'm gonna turn to Cass and be like, do you think he'd be the kind of person to go to a sex cult?
I feel like all three of them know him equally
Not
at this point.
really my
No,
realm of
It would be
expertise.
really helpful if Arel was here because she knows him.
Maybe
we
I'll
should
just go to the
get
party.
Yeah, you know what? Let's find Arel and ask her, or maybe then we'll see him at the sex cult. But then we have to go to a party and it's 2 a.m.
And you know
You
someone's
sound like you
crying.
don't want to go.
I mean, I could end up killing someone, and that's great. And it could solve a lot of our problems. But I'm
Sound like good.
sleepy.
Irina
I love your
turns.
thought process.
Irina turns to the rest of the little area and see if like we've woken anyone up or if anyone's just awake, like on watch or whatever. Any other conscious people nearby?
It doesn't seem to be. For the most part, these people seem to sleep pretty heavy for some bizarre reason.
I can go ask people if they know where the sex party is if you want.
Yes, please phrase it just like that.
Okay. Irina leaves.
But you guys don't know that it's a sex party.
Zolta assumed, and that's why she didn't go. She deduced it was an Arel type of party, not a Zolta type of party, and therefore went to bed.
There were waiters, so technically it was a Zolta kind of party.
Yeah, but it
The fact
actually
that if
seems like
waiters are involved, it is now something specifically for Zilta.
but
I mean, we
also
knew that,
like
that's all.
it's heading more towards the violence realm, which means it's becoming more of a Zolta party.
It was a Zolta
The spark
party
of
anyway.
possible violence is waking up Zolta slowly but surely. I just
Look,
leave
Doesn't sound like
leave the
that.
door and look
Murdering
for
this
someone.
dude solves a lot of
Okay.
our problems.
Well, again, you guys are in kind of a communal kind of dormitory
Right.
area, so there
Right.
are people sleeping.
I'm looking
5
for
feet away
someone
from-
like
from you.
conscious. I'm not looking to wake anyone
Okay.
up unless someone's up.
So you kind of go out to the main area, and you can see there is someone manning the desk at night.
Excuse
And-
me, sir and or madam and or Goron.
Of course, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you knew where the sex party was.
Of course, you are wonderful.
Imagine he's looking him up and down.
Yeah,
While
he's
saying, "Of course you are."
he has
Irina
a
is not very
book
fully
that
dressed. By the way.
he was looking at, and he hasn't made eye contact with you. He goes, I am currently unaware of any sex parties going on
Oh.
within the walls of this city. Is there anything
Oh,
else?
what
I can
about
do for
outside
you?
the city, like in a nearby field? It also might not be a sex party. That's just what Zolta said. Can we broaden
So-
the search to any party that's nearby out of the walls?
You see him kind of breathe in and let out a sigh. with enough emotion behind it that you almost feel like it is attacking you.
I remain unfazed.
There's a group of heathens. They like to have parties outside the city limits. It is that way. Now go away.
Thank you for your time.
Of course.
I go in and relay this to Kess and Zolta. Do you guys want to go back to sleep, or do you want to come looking for them with me?
Aruna, you're good at math, right? Because you're a merchant person.
I can be.
Great.
Aruna
What's the
gets
over
out
under on me
a
killing
rock
this
slate.
dude tonight?
Wait, what?
Give me a percentage chance that we're going to kill the Thief Guild leader.
Hi.
Iruna starts writing down quadratic equations and trigonomic algorithms on this rock slate that he has, which acts as a clipboard.
And just start floating.
You visibly see the beautiful mind equations behind his head as he's writing this down. I think currently 17.372650726533723.
Repeating, of course.
What?
Who said that?
Sorry.
I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. What?
Imp, Bull points out that you misplaced a decimal point.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
So
Well, help double check my
171
equations here. And
point.
Okay, so you're saying less than 20%.
yeah, because like
Good
we have to
odds.
factor in if he's involved, if he's nefarious, like so many things
Right.
against. But because of who
Aruna,
his
you go
doppelganger is,
check
he's
it out.
predisposed.
You go check it out, see if anything weird's happening. I'll go back to sleep, report back.
But it's over 15%. That's a pretty good probability for an event to occur.
Okay, how would you like me to let you know if something bad happens? Just run away and come get you and lead him all here? Should I throw
Or
a rock really far?
Either come here if you aren't noticed by the bad people, or if you are, throw a really big bomb that will make a lot of noise.
I can do that.
Okay.
Because I've never not noticed. I'll let you know.
Oh, Shax, it's in my head. I'm just waiting.
There's a bonfire.
I need to... I should start carrying that with my
Flower.
bomb supplies.
Maybe
Flower
Imagine-
stack.
Oh,
I need to
Pretty
add. I need to add a new attack to my actions. Flower bomb.
Yeah, but
We,
hello, Dad. Hello, Mom. It's
Special
my
bane.
flower bomb.
we finally sunset Aruna as a character. He goes from creating explosions to creating explosions of flavor.
He becomes the Guy Fieri of Hyrule. Yeah.
Um,
Runa sets off in the
that
direction
is
where he
amazing.
knows the heathens are.
Okay, so heading back to Pierre,
Yeah.
as you sit down, the man sits down and you see him drinking through his mask, which is very bizarre. So, how are you enjoying this realm?
It's been fine.
You know, I've been envious of you since I found out. Being able to hop between realms, that's amazing.
Who are you?
Let's say I'm someone with a vested interest in what's going on here. I want to see you succeed. I'd like to help you.
Really?
100%. See, what's happened here is not right. It shouldn't be 3 realms. It should only be one. And the people that cause this, they need to be taken care of. And I think you can do it. And then the true ruler of these lands can take his rightful place.
And who would that be?
You know, that's so far in the future, we don't need to talk about it right now. What we need to talk about is doing exactly what you want to do. Fixing these broken realms.
Pierre sits in contemplation as I stare at my background sheet of why were they split again? Huh?
You guys don't know. You know they were split, and from as far as you can tell, you've been told the reason that they stay split is because there are wounds. That's why you guys have been going around trying to close these wounds. That's what caused the problem. And you've also been told that the 3 different realms are unstable, and the longer they exist, the more likely it is going to be that all 3 realms become unstable enough that they just cease to exist altogether, and existence just ends. So the kind of reason you guys are all doing this is to close the wounds so that the instability that they could create doesn't cause the destruction of everything. But that's all you know. You've never discovered anything more. And the only person that's ever told you anything has been I can't remember his name now. Don's character. Brayak. There we go. Because he's the only other person you've ever met that could actually travel between realms.
But clearly this guy also can.
All you're aware of right now is he seems to know the existence of other realms, and he did say he's envious of you being able to travel between realms, so that would imply he can't. As you're sitting here contemplating, you hear Arel cry out in kind of a combination of anger and anguish.
I thought you said that you were going to let us unharmed.
We have not harmed anyone, but your friend may be trying to harm us. And if that happens, all bets are off. I'm not going to tell my people they can't defend themselves. Not from beings as powerful as you.
We are trying to make things right. We are
So am
trying
I.
to close these realms. We will be doing that without influence.
Oh, that's not possible. Everything is an influence. Simply
Not-
having this conversation has influenced your the thought process. To think that you alone can control absolutely everything is arrogant.
Who says it was just me alone? Because it's not. I am one part of a group of very smart and good friends. It's not the efforts of one person that make this happen. It's all of us.
Well, then why can't I be your friend? I want to help you. We want the same thing.
Jody, Pierre's had run-ins with Yiga in the past, right? I'm trying to remember through all of my back notes and stuff.
The Yiga clan is the group of people that sabotaged your efforts.
Were they the one? They were the ones that sabotaged that one Titan, right?
The Yiga clan are the ones that took over the Titans in your home realm. They're the reason that you had to fight against the Titans.
They were not the ones that reanimated them after we took them down, though. Correct? That was the Malice.
Well, they work with Giga Ganon, so it was a combination of Calamity, Giga Ganon, and the Yiga clan. As of right now, the Yiga clan in your realm inhabits the Titans because they're giant, Megazords effectively. So they have people inside them, kind of driving them and doing things.
No, right.
So that's the Yiga clan you are familiar with,
right?
And they were the enemy during the war that you fought.
Wanted to double check.
Yippers.
Because it's been too long, and I'm like staring at my sheet, which is like 2 years ago, or 4. The Yiga where I'm from destroyed basically my entire realm. The Yiga took the technology that my people made and turned it against us. I had to fight my own tech, and then they wiped out my entire group.
Did you ever stop to consider that maybe it was your own fault for trying to use something that you didn't understand? Maybe instead of stealing from people who were far, far beyond anything you will ever be, and getting upset when what they created didn't do what you wanted. Maybe you should just worry about yourself and your own abilities instead of taking other people's and then blaming them when you can't do what they did.
Stealing is an interesting phrase, considering that's what they did to our tech.
Did you make what they stole? No. So you stole it first. Simply taking it back from people that had already stolen it seems to me like a good thing. Again, you always seem to get into trouble when you mess with things that you don't understand. It's why you can't use your real name, isn't it?
I'm going to ask you one more time. How the fuck do you know who I am? Who are you?
I'm a friend that's worried about you, Pierre. It's worried about all your friends. I think we should end this meeting because we're about to have good company, and I think your friend could use her friend. And you see him stand up, and he takes something out of a belt pouch. He throws it on the ground, and smoke happens, and he's gone. And all the people around Arel are no longer scantily clad. They're now in full Yiga guard, fully armed.
I was afraid of that. I immediately grab my knives and just sort of like sprint over to Arel.
Okay. You actually have no problem getting to Arel, which when you get there, you see her eyes are completely dark and shadows are kind of leaking out of them for a bit. And she looks kind of pissed. As this is happening, Aruna, as you get close, you hear a very small explosion that you've heard before. It's the sound of a Yiga smoke bomb. which has always perplexed you because you can't figure out the mechanism that causes that much smoke to come from such a small thing.
Stupid Yiga using magic smoke to fuck. He's mumbling this to himself as he gets a ignited hand bomb and just lobs it into the air like a firework towards where he came from.
Okay. Zulta, you hear an explosion.
I'm awake.
It's somewhat far off, but knowing Aruna, he supercharged the sound.
My explosions have a
we
signature
gotta go.
Aruna sound.
Yeah.
Yes. It's time to go kill things. Aruna threw a bomb, so let's go.
Damn it.
Where are the knives?
She picks up her hook shot. Kika comes out. Aruna, as you arrive, you see both Pierre and Zulta in fighting stances, surrounded
Wow, that was fast.
by Yiga clans. Well, this hasn't technically been happening in real time.
I just mean Zolta being there already, because you said Pierre and Zolta were standing there.
Oh, sorry. Pierre and Arel. Guys.
I have gained the power of shadow stepping. Now that Arel has
That's
lost.
exactly what we don't need.
Good for you.
Giving Zulta the power to control shadows and drain life is just a recipe for, like, you guys won't need Calamity Ganon. We'll have made a new one.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no.
Zolta
Hi.
Don't like that at all.
I'll be a benevolent ruler.
I kind of like the idea now of Arel being able to like switch places with someone.
Okay, so I roll up on them, a bunch of Yiga mask wearers, right? So I can't ID any other people.
Yeah, you just see everyone in full Yiga.
I also assumed there was like no one awake on my journey that I passed by. Just being perceptive, looking for the guy.
Well, because the inn that you're at is basically on the edge of the town.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You were out of the town.
Okay, well, yeah, he'll just roll up, grab make sure his flash blaster's loaded, he's ready to fight, and roll up to Pierre and Arel, who aren't fighting yet, but look ready to. So he will also be ready because he doesn't know the situation.
Okay. So, Arel, as you can now feel kind of the shadow energy kind of coursing through you, improving your strength and everything, you hear a slight explosion that doesn't sound like Aruna, which is bizarre because all explosions are Aruna. And then you watch as everyone in front of you, you kind of blink and they go from the kind of almost hedonistic garb they were wearing to full Yiga clan robes and masks instantly. And all of them have weapons drawn. You see Pierre come over, you hear an explosion that is definitely Aruna based, and you watch as Aruna rolls up to you guys, and that is where we are going to end it for tonight. This morning.
I didn't get to kill anything yet.
My nose nuzzler suddenly has clothes on. So sad.
I gave you so many doors.
Really quickly, from Imp in my head, Arel, no time to write something clever. Take a reroll token.
You're amazing. Thank you, Imp.
Thank you, Imp. So if you missed any of this, you can watch all of the Realms of the Wild episodes on the Twitch channel right here. No subscription required. You just go to the VODs and the entire series is there. However, if you do want to subscribe, you get access to all of the Realms emotes. Every one of the Realms characters has an emote now, and it's amazing and awesome. So, Otherwise, again, check out youtube.com/Zelda Universe to the TV, right?
Yep.
Thank you. For a new Palatine's guidance, for other stuff, Amanda Van Hale does Zelda news every Sunday, right?
Yep, we got Amanda every Sunday mostly.
So lots of good stuff going on over there. And again, that's all for me today, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye bye.